For many people living in southern Deuel County, it's hard not to feel like there's an industrial development target painted on a map of the area. Already, the area hosts large dairy CAFOs, wind turbines, and a gas-powered electric generation plant. And currently on the drawing board are more wind turbines, a large electric transmission line, a data center, and at least one more gas power plant. There are rumors of several more gas power plants and a solar farm in the future. We know developers look for areas with resources like a surplus of electric generation, access to resources to generate more electricity, relatively cheap available land, low or no state and local regulations. In the case of Ellendale, North Dakota, developers found a winning hand with the Polaris Forge data center complex. Most local people didn't know anything about it until it was too late. Dickey County doesn't have local zoning allowing to apply digital to get started without required public involvement. Ellendale area resident Myron Myers has concerns about Applied Digital's data center, including the way they came to Ellendale, North Dakota.
When did you first get like an inkling that something was going on?
Well, when I quartered a county commissioner about it.
And what did they say what was happening?
They didn't. He said it was private. It has nothing to do with us.
If you had a chance at the beginning to like give input or to say something, what would your message to be to an organization or a community that is at that point in this?
A solid no.
A solid no.
And reason being is that I've seen projects like this before, maybe not of this magnitude, but no locals, unless you're renting or have an eating establishment or a bar, get any income from this. None of our locals get our local electrician isn't out there, our concrete man isn't out there, our construction guys that do construction here aren't here. There's no benefit to the town.
Despite all of the development that has happened around Toronto, residents feel like these current decisions are critical for what the future will look like. Michelle and Erik Oftedahl live and farm near the area of development in Deuel County.
This really is a turning point. This is the hard line in the sand. So it's either, we stand up and make sure they understand that we want protections put in place, or we're going to lose our little area of farm ground. We're going to lose our community. It will completely shift how things look in the future.
The high-tech industry is proud of a move fast and break things approach to their business, which directly clashes with the plant something and wait for it to grow approach to most rural communities. While our community is not opposed to business development, the development needs to be focused on enhancing what we have instead of extracting it as quickly as possible.
Kind of something that services the residents that are here and maybe brings in more. We don't need to be bringing a big concrete jungle in, because that serves nobody currently living here. Kind of weigh the pros and cons of whatever wants to come in with the comprehensive plan that we already have in place and the existing residents that are here. And I don't know what that looks like. I'm good at raising cows and raising crops. I'm not an economic development person, but maybe something that people that are currently here can use of some sort. Whatever that looks like, I don't know.
And we should really be focusing on the next generation. How do we keep kids here? And how do we bring other kids here that really want to experience farming? Agriculture is kind of experiencing a bit of a rejuvenation with small farms, and we really need to capitalize on that. Probably our biggest assets are our youth and our land. And if we can focus on how do we encourage young people to start businesses rather than doing things like giving sales tax exemptions to billion-dollar businesses, How about let's shift that to new young businesses and new farmers? Find a way to reinvigorate the ag community for the younger generation.
In South Dakota, the legislature is in session, and there are several bills which will impact us locally. Senate Bill 25, introduced by the South Dakota Public Utilities Commission, streamlines the process for energy production and transmission projects, kind of the poster legislation for move fast and break things. This bill passed the Senate on a 17-17 vote, but is up for reconsideration on Monday. This is currently Saturday. And if it passes the Senate, then it has to go on and get approved by the House. So, stay up to date on that one. House Bill 10005, the wild bill giving a 50% tax break to data centers, has been introduced and referred to the House State Affairs Committee. A committee hearing has not yet been scheduled. To stay up to date on these bills and others, sign up for Dakota Rural Action's legislative alerts and check out their online bill tracker. I'll put a link to their page in the description. Finally, I want to thank everyone who's watching and sharing these videos. I've been trying to tell this story and stay current on the news. They've been coming out about once a week. I had no plan when I did the first video, and I still really don't have a plan, but I will continue to put these out with absolutely no promise about how often they'll happen. In fact, there may be a couple come out sooner because I have a couple things saved, the stories and things that I want to tell that I haven't fit into any of these videos yet, including a story that Michelle and Erik have told about New Albany, Ohio, which is another area of the country facing data center and technology industry expansion. And it's another one of these cautionary tales similar to Ellendale. So I really want to thank everyone. And please get involved. Please let your legislators know. I really feel like we are at a point where we can start telling decision makers what kind of advancements and developments we want instead of taking whatever comes down the pipe.